Alright, I did it. I couldn't help myself. I bought the PS5 version. I just couldn't stop myself. It is 3:30 in the morning. Saturday night. Early Sunday morning, I suppose. 26 bucks. What's an extra 26 bucks? You know, what is an extra 26 bucks? Easy money. That's what they say. Easy money. Just had to see for myself if it's better. Could not stop myself. I just said, I'm buying it. I'm buying it. I bought it. Just couldn't resist. I just went ahead and did it. And, played a little bit. And, it does look better. It looks like it's real 4K. It doesn't look like it's upscaled 4K. The colors are more vibrant. Sound is better. The controls are not better because it's a PlayStation controller instead of the Switch Pro controller. The haptics are not better. The haptics are better on the Switch 2 Pro controller. The haptics are more prevalent on the PS5. But not as realistic feeling as the Switch Pro controller, I guess is the best way I can put it. Doesn't feel like... I'll give examples throughout the game.
Weapon upgrade.
But there's definitely more rumble, more haptics. But I'm thinking that whatever upgrade they did to the Switch 2 version, it did update it for the Switch 2 Pro controller, because there's just certain like things that are just, I don't know. But as far as like the feeling of the controls go, it took a little bit to get used to, but it's fun playing with this controller too. Actually, I can play with the D-pad a lot easier because of the position of the D-pad on the PlayStation 5 controller. I was playing pretty much exclusively with the thumbsticks on the Switch 2 controller. So I got used to it pretty quick.
Warning.
But I'm glad I bought the physical version on the Switch. Gotta buy both versions anyway. Whatever. But I like having a little Switch cartridge. And the collector's version, or the day one version with all the collector's items, is probably going to be worth more money on the Switch in the future when I never sell it anyway. But just knowing that I have a more valuable copy. But yeah, the colors, I mean, I'm going to make 100% sure, and I'm going to play it on the Switch directly after this. But this level, just the colors look much more vibrant than the Switch. It does not have HDR, but it is. I think it really is true 4K. Even games on the Switch 2 that are official Switch 2 release 4K games, they do some kind of magic where it's upscaled 4K through some kind of NVIDIA chip or something like that. But this looks like it's true native 4K. And it's variable refresh rate too. It's not a locked 60 FPS. So it does feel faster or something. I don't know. It feels more responsive because I like variable refresh rate because it doesn't stutter. It feels smoother. Okay, here's an example of the haptic feedback. It feels a lot more like electricity on the Switch Pro controller than this. This feels more rumbly. It still feels like electricity, but it feels more like a rumble than an actual electrical jolt. On the Switch 2 Pro controller, it feels like an electrical jolt. I have the intensity turned all the way up on my PS5 controller. So maybe, I'll test it out on another playthrough to see if I get more of an electrical jolt feel, but the haptics just feel chunkier on this. More, brutish. Not so refined. More crude. Which is crazy because, if you play a game like Astro, the haptics just blow your freaking mind, but I don't think that haptics turn out as well on PS5 games unless they work directly with PlayStation. In their haptic department. I think the haptic programming on the Switch is more accessible. I guess that's the best way I can put it. Or I just have the intensity turned up too much. I honestly can't say. I'm recording this directly off the console so it can be in 4K. I'm not capturing this. So I can't go into the settings real quick and switch it. I may not even finish the whole game because it only records an hour at a time on the PlayStation, so. But yeah, the colors just look more vibrant. And the sound is better. My, yeah, see this part on the conveyor belt? It just feels like a rolling conveyor belt, but it feels like a clicking conveyor belt on the with the Switch 2 Pro controller. So, but there is more. There are more vibrations. They're just not as good of vibrations in haptics. But it feels good to play on the PlayStation as well. It's an enjoyable experience playing it with the PlayStation controller. But Switch controller is better. That would be my preferred method of playing, just for the controller alone. But the sound and visuals, I mean, should be obvious anyway, goes to PlayStation 5. Even if there was a fully dedicated Switch 2 version of the of this game, it would still probably look better on the PS5, just because the PS5 looks better than the Switch 2 even, so. And that, you know, you wouldn't think that this would apply to a game like this, because it's in like, it's supposed to look like Genesis graphics or something, but let's be real. A 16-bit system could not pull off these graphics. They're in the style of the 16-bit system. But there's millions of colors on the screen right now. I think that the PlayStation 5 is more capable of a wider array of colors than the Switch. Especially if it's the Switch 1. It is a Switch 1 game. Even when it's played on the Switch 2, so. And I still have no confirmation on whether or not it even is, you know, patched and upgraded. For the Switch 2. I know it updated like immediately. So I guess, yeah, there is. Because if it's a digital version of a game... No, it wasn't a digital version of a game. Never mind. It might have just been a day one update. Day one patch for the physical version. I know it kept getting delayed.
Factory defenses
Because there was some kind of problem with tariffs and stuff importing the physical disc, the physical versions. So maybe the physical versions were made a while ago and they've since updated them. So that could have been the patch, or it could very well be a Switch 2 patch. I don't know. It's impossible to find information on Google right now, and there's no YouTube videos about it. As far as I know, I'm the only person really comparing them right now on the whole entire internet. But yeah, even this, it just looks like, it just has more color. But like I said, I'm going to play the Switch 2 version, or the Switch version on the Switch 2 right after this, just so I can be 100% sure. Because it is a subtle enough difference that it could all be in my head. I don't know. It's almost 4 o'clock in the morning. I should be sleeping right now, but I'm a crackhead, video game crackhead. Yeah, there is a lot more rumble and haptic feedback. This feels good. Oh, never mind. It doesn't do anything. See, when I talk about something's all in my head, it really could be, but no, this even though there is no HDR, this just does have better contrast. And I guess that's just because 4K has better contrast than HD, whether it has HDR or not. But it does look better to me. I don't.
Checkpoint.
I'll get back to you on that one.
Code 4 Connor confirmed. Deploy HK. Confirm on termination.
$26. I guess that's just the price you pay for
Termination negative. Failsafe. Deploy Centurion at facility.
uncompromising curiosity, I suppose. An obsession with this game.
Deflector pulse activated.
It would not be the first time I've bought the same game on different consoles. So just what I do. But I'm not upset. This is a joyous occasion. I might sound monotone and a little bit I don't know. I don't even know the word to describe my current affect right now, but I'm just tired. I'm really tired. It's really late. It's past my bedtime. I've been installing and uninstalling Stellar Blade to see exactly what I have to do to retain the uncensored version of it. Yeah, these colors are way better. This looks way better. Yeah, but I guess, and you can get trophies too. That's a big plus. Getting trophies. I like getting trophies. You don't get trophies on the Switch. Yeah, if you want to play Stellar Blade uncensored, you literally have to turn the internet off every single time you put the disc into your PlayStation 5. If you click on the disc with the internet turned on, if you click on the game with the internet turned on, it's going to automatically download the patch, and it won't let you play until it installs the patch. So the only way that you can play Stellar Blade in its form in the Korean video game designers intended it to be is you have to turn off the internet, put in the disc, play the game, take the disc back out again, and then you can turn your internet back on. And you have to turn off auto updates. You have to turn off download in rest mode. You might not have to turn off download during rest mode. I don't think you have to turn that off. I haven't fully tested that yet, but I think as long as you have auto updates turned off, it won't download the update. But it's a 22 gigabyte update, so they updated the game quite a bit. They didn't just censor it, so I think you are missing out on features in the game if it's 22 gigabytes. But I gotta have the blood splatter, gotta have the cleavage, so that's what I'm gonna do. And I bought it, by the way. It was on sale for 40 bucks on Amazon. I could not resist, so I spent $56 on video games today. And I don't have any money. I don't know where I came up with the money, but I did somehow. Just like a crackhead gets that $10 a couple times a day to get his crack rock. He finds a way. He finds a way to play in 4K. But yeah, this definitely looks better. And I even have the Switch 2 plugged into my my HDMI 2.0 or 2.1 plug. My TV only has one HDMI 2.1 plug, and I got the Switch 2 plugged into it because that's the system I play the most. Actually, I probably play my Steam Deck the most, but it's my Steam Deck Batocera, and I got that locked in at 60 frames per second 1080p because that's all retro games. And that's all retro game. That's the highest possible quality that a retro game can play in, so. But yeah, this looks better. This looks more colorful. It's popping. The contrast, it looks sharper. It looks better. And I don't regret buying it. Because I had to know. I had to know if it was better on PS5, and it is. But if you have both a PS5 and a Switch or a Switch 2, I recommend the Switch version just for the controller alone, the controls alone. It's just, the controller feels better on the Switch 2. If you have a Switch 2 Pro controller. Because the Switch 2 Pro controller has these amazing thumbsticks. If you're a D-pad person, I recommend the PS5 version. Because the D-pad is positioned better on the PS5 controller. And I'm playing this exclusively right now on the D-pad. And it feels good to play on the D-pad. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this looks better. And sounds better too. I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. You forgot to say please. I wish they would have him burn him with the red hot cigar butt, but that would give an extra warning on the back of the ESRB rating of depictions of alcohol or depictions of tobacco. But there's your depictions of alcohol right there. But I feel like they're more concerned with depictions of tobacco. There would probably be a tobacco warning if there's a guy smoking a cigar in the game. Here we go. Let's get ready for Bad to the Bone. Oh, you get a trophy for Bad to the Bone too, baby. RGT85. I finally watched his Terminator 2D, I guess, rant, or it wasn't a real full review. It was just how it far exceeded his expectations, and he did not know about the bad to the bone punching jukebox Easter egg. He just knew that it started playing bad to the bone when you start fighting the shotgun owner guy. I prefer punching the jukebox. I found that out by accident, and I just think it's a cool little Easter egg. Yeah, this just looks better. I can't. It looks like a PS5 game. It doesn't look like a Switch game. That's the best way I can put it. But it's not a noticeable enough difference that, unless you're just a Terminator 2 obsessed freak like I am, that it's really going to make that much of a difference. I don't know. I'm just a Terminator 2, like, I'm obsessed with Terminator 2, I'm obsessed with Contra, and I'm obsessed with Metal Slug, so I haven't been this obsessed with the game in a very long time. Yeah, even Bobby Budnick looks better. You can see the reflection of the arcade screen glow coming off his face. It's just enough, better enough to notice it. I notice it. I'm glad I got this. I'm glad I got a way to play it on a control pad, because especially at parts like this, or a D-pad, or whatever you want to call it. Parts like this, precision is key. And I can be more precise with the D-pad, but I'm still doing the same exact thing where I'm going directly into traffic. I don't know why. It's like I hear this sound, this cue, and it's telling me to do something. Yeah, this looks brighter. It just looks brighter and more vibrant. God damn it. Why do I do that? What's wrong with me? God damn it. Yeah, this is definitely not gonna... I'm definitely not gonna be able to record this whole gameplay playthrough, because...
Continue.
Keep fucking up and I only got an hour to make it through this game. Every time I go forward, I'm going to go back a little bit, so I give myself a little bit of leeway. See? Yeah, that's the way to do it. I give myself a millisecond to say, oh, don't switch lanes. That's not what you're supposed to do. Golly. Thought I had it figured out, but it's just... I don't know why I do it. I don't know why I do it. I don't know why I do it. I really don't know why I do it.
Continue.
Oh, thank God. I'm just very, very tired. It's been a rough day. My cat choked on her pill earlier tonight. She's drooling all over the place. She would have choked to death. I'd never be able to forgive myself. She takes so many pills. She hadn't choked on a pill in like a year, but I guess statistically speaking, the amount of pills she takes a day, it's just statistics. If she's gonna choke on a pill or not. But that's probably why I bought this game, because I'm stressed out from the pill choking. I would have just taken maybe an extra pill myself, but I'm running low on pills. It's almost time for my refill, so I don't have the luxury of taking a extra pill. My pills are prescribed to be taken as needed. So sometimes I don't even need to take as many pills as I'm prescribed a day, but sometimes I have to take as many pills as I'm prescribed a day, so. But good Lord. That part right there with the guy with the mustache, I thought that was supposed to be the guy that she stabbed with the pen or whatever, the psychologist guy that's in Terminator 1, but that's actually a cop that was questioning her. I tried to watch Terminator 2 tonight. But I spent the whole time figuring out a way to buy Stellar Blade. Figuring out how Stellar Blade can be played uncensored. Yeah, hitting the guy, actually hitting the guy with the haptic feedback of hitting the guy with the billy club feels better on this. This is one instance where the haptic feedback is superior on the PS5 so far. Just making notes here in case anyone's interested.
Terminated.
Probably get 3 views, so.
Continue.
Yeah, this feels like it has more depth. Like the Switch version looks flatter compared to this. And I've played through the Switch version like 5 times now, so I feel like I should know. But like when I first fired up the game, I was like, oh shit, I just wasted 26 bucks. There's absolutely no difference at all. But as I continued on playing, I mean, the sound is an obvious difference. But then again, my shitty soundbar, quote-unquote, surround sound system doesn't even register as surround sound on the Switch. It'll only play in stereo, so... But I'm listening to this on my headphones right now. And oh, here's the test right here, how easy it is to climb up the stairs. The PS5 headphones have 3D audio, so... Yeah, it's still hard as fuck to climb up and down the stairs at this part, no matter what controller you use. It's like if you're going up, you gotta press forward and up. If you're going down, you gotta press forward and down. It is, I said this in my Switch video, it is very similar to the climbing the stairs in the last level of Ninja Warriors. It's just like, you just gotta keep trying, you'll eventually get it, but... Oh shit, what's wrong with me? Damn it, why did I do that?
Terminated.
Thought I could hit the T-1000 with a billy club? My brain's just not working right now.
Continue.
Too tired. I think you can't chase me in the stairs because it's fucking... They need to fix those stairs. Need to put a patch like Stellar Blade. Can't play the game unless you fix the stairs. Thought my life would be complete last month when I had every version of Bayonetta. Little did I know... Oh, I just got a silver trophy. My life my life is not complete until I have Stellar Blade. And 2 different versions of the same game, Terminator 2D. On the Switch and the PlayStation 5. At least I'm not so crazy that I'm telling myself I have to buy the PS4 version. So yeah, this just looks more vibrant. If someone was like, describe in one word the difference between the Switch version and the PS5 version of Terminator 2, No Fate. Why is the PS5 version better? Vibrancy. Why is the Switch version better? Controller. But I got used to the PS5 controller pretty quick. But I'd be very sad if that was the only version that I had to play with this controller, because it is just so much better with a Switch Pro controller and Switch 2 Pro controller. And I like being able to play with my Sega Genesis controller too. I played with my Sega Genesis controller today. It's just really fun to play these retro style games with the Sega Genesis controller. And I haven't even tried it with my Super Nintendo controller yet. Not sure if the Super Nintendo controller will work, because it can't be remapped. And you use the R2 and L2 buttons to aim. But I think that the shoulder buttons on the Super Nintendo controller register as R1 and L1, not R2 and L2, so we'll have to see. I haven't tested it out yet. Been very busy playing it over and over and over again in several different ways, several different branching paths, several different difficulty levels, 2 different systems. So far, 3 different controllers. I haven't managed to try it with the 4th controller yet. Actually, I have played it with 4 different controllers, because I played it with the Switch 2 Joy-Cons attached to the Switch in handheld mode. So I guess I still gotta try it with the, I gotta play it on the Switch 1 OLED, with the Switch 1 Pro controller and the Switch 1 Joy-Cons. I still got a lot of work to do. Tough job, but somebody's got to do it, you know? And yes, I will be buying it on the Steam Deck, just not right now. Because just like the Switch, I barely ever play my Steam Deck in handheld mode. Steam Deck does feel much better in handheld mode than the Switch and the Switch 2. But the Switch 2 feels good enough that I can just stick with the Switch 2 handheld mode. It feels good enough. I'm not yearning for to play on the Steam Deck, but I will get it on Steam eventually when it's cheap. In a few months from now or whatever. God damn it. Definitely not gonna make it through this game on a 1 hour playthrough. I'll get as far as I can though. I think I might have missed that last time. I love that it has so many different variations of the Terminator theme. It just keeps playing it throughout the game because it really gives you that Terminator immersion. Cannot get enough of the Terminator theme song. I am hyper fixated on Terminator 2 right now. I was playing Marvel Superheroes Cosmic Invasion earlier tonight. I took a little break from Terminator 2. But I might be forever scarred by that game. Because while I was playing it, my cat emerged from the bedroom with drool coming out of her mouth because she was choking on her pill. So I don't know if I'll ever be able to play Marvel Cosmic Invasion again without thinking of my cat choking on a pill. But, you know, I just got a syringe because she takes her steroids with the oral syringe and her gabapentin. So I just got a little oral syringe and squirted some water down her throat. That's not the sound of my cat choking, that's the sound of Dyson dying. My cat didn't make any sound as she was choking on her pill, she was just drooling. It was probably, she probably wasn't choking on it, it's a gel cap, so it's probably the gel cap like stuck in her throat. But it was 18 minutes after I gave it to her, so if she was really like choking to death on it, she would have died. So it was just stuck. It was just lodged. It just needed a little greasing down. But it sucked. She's 17 years old, and she takes steroids, so I'm always worried about some kind of cardiac event. That, you know, she could have a stroke or something just from the stress of and trauma or whatever of, you know, a UTI, any type of, you know how old people are. Old people, if they catch a cold, they could be fucked. But she doesn't seem old. No, she is. She doesn't seem old. I was watching some advertisement today, and this lady was like, "My vet cannot believe my cat is 17 years old." And I was just thinking, try 17 years old and having cancer for 2 years. That's what I'm dealing with. And yes, my vet is flabbergasted and totally shocked that she's still alive. He gave her 3 to 6 months, or the cat cancer doctor that he consulted gave her 3 to 6 months. I got the checkpoint and I died at the same time. Story of my life.
Continue.
Yeah, that part's definitely brighter too, because it burns my eyes every time. I think I'll probably make it to the end of the T2 movie, but I probably won't make it to the end where John Connor destroys Skynet. That's not in the T2 movie. That's probably that's what I'm thinking. I'll probably make it to, because we're already at the Foundry part. So I can get out and run faster than this thing. I was talking in my last T2 playthrough how the 4K Blu-ray of Terminator 2 that I have doesn't have HDR, but I watched it today on Voodoo Fandango at home, formerly known as Voodoo, where my digital copy of Terminator 2 4K resides. And lo and behold, HDR10. It has been updated. I don't think that there's a new 4K Blu-ray release of it in HDR10. But the digital version has been enhanced with 4K HDR. I don't even have the 4K, or I don't even have the HDR10 compatible 4K Blu-ray player. My 4K Blu-ray player is my PS5, and it only has just run-of-the-mill HDR. So, but I heard that the PS6 will have a detachable disk drive, so I'm hoping that it will have HDR10, because there is a difference between HDR10 and HDR. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to go this way. Yeah, I was watching my Toxic Avenger, I was watching my new Toxic Avenger 4K Blu-ray, and I'd already downloaded it on digital the month before, because it came out on digital first. I was watching the Blu-ray fully expecting it to look better than the streaming, because Blu-ray always looks better than streaming, but now that streaming has HDR10, I was like, why does this look better on streaming? Because it has HDR10. Actually, I think it has HDR10 plus. Uh-oh, we're at the 5-minute mark. We got 5 minutes left. I better not fuck up, because I at least want to have the ending of the movie Terminator 2 part. Won't be able to have the ending in the game, but I want to at least have the ending of the movie in this playthrough. What the fuck, John? Oh my god. Okay, we made it. So at least we got to see the true continuital beginning, middle, and end of Terminator 2 in this playthrough. Not this branching paths funny business that I did in my Switch playthrough. So at least I have a full Terminator 2 movie plot playthrough to go up on my channel. So happy about that. Adios. There's one more chip. It's over. Not yet. There's something else that must be destroyed. No. No! I'm sorry, John. I now know why people cry. You didn't say there's one more chip. That's a big line. There's one more chip. You shouldn't say there's something else that needs to be destroyed. He's supposed to say there's one more chip. Alright, this is the John Connor ending. Level 12. Where we finally destroy Skynet once and for all. We only got 2 minutes left, so... Okay, so yeah, I was saying in my last playthrough that the bombs should blow up the robots, and they do, so that's good. I just wish there were bombs in the game that blew up people and had them dismembered into different pieces, but I'm a sick fuck, and, you know, this game is obviously geared towards the older crowd, and people my age at this point in their lives usually get a little queasy from graphic violence, so I think it was a good choice to just keep it regular old R-rated violence. This game's R-rated, it's not X-rated.
Facility compromised. Current termination negative. T-99999 deployed.
Yeah, we got 25 seconds left. I'm gonna start uploading this video. And while it uploads, I'm going to go straight on back onto my Switch 2 and get a one after another comparison.